Dive! That's right, it's Vultan. Vultan is back here on Crown Jewels. Vultan's theme, Attack of the Hawkmen. See you in a minute. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to PLD Projects Presents Crown Jewels. I'm your host, PLD, and this week's episode, Vultan's theme, Attack of the Hawkmen. Last week I mentioned this is basically a Brian May effort for the most part back in, and I pretty much lied to you because this version doesn't even have Brian May on it. This is written by Freddie Mercury, features Freddie on synthesizer and Roger on drums. Sounds like a big full band thing if you listen to it, but in reality it's just the two of them. This is a great moment in the film. I mentioned before how we were going into Flash rescuing Dale Arden and destroying the evil Ming. He's accompanied by Vultan and the Hawkmen. Vultan played by the wonderful Brian Blessed, a great English actor with a great booming voice, and that's the one you're going to hear in the very beginning of the track when we listen to it. But what is this show? What are you doing here? Well, you're listening to me taking you on a journey through the entirety of the Queen catalog, song by song, including the solo efforts. Song by song, we listen to every one and listen to every version of every song that's out there. We try to determine what is the best version of the track, or the titular crown jewel version of the track, to put into our ultimate playlist of the entirety of the Queen catalog. We listen to different versions. I give you notes and quotes if I have them. Sometimes I don't. I give you history of the track if I have it. Sometimes I don't. But we listen to it, we rank it, and we rate it on a scale of 1 to 11 because we always turn things up to 11 here on PLD Projects. This week, we have two versions to listen to. That's right. Not like a lot of the other Flash Gordon tracks. We do have the album version, and we do have a live version from Tokyo in 1981 to take a listen to see which one will top our charts. Without further ado, we're going to listen to the album version first and come back and we'll talk about it. But how do you do that? Well, I don't want to get copyright struck. So what I do, you go to the show notes, you'll see a Google Doc. On that Google Doc, we'll have the links for you to click on. Click on that link, you listen to whatever version I'm telling you to listen to. You finish up, you come back to me, you unpause me, and we talk about it. So let's do it. Album version. Go get that link. I'll see you in a minute. And there you have it. Dive is how it begins. It's basically Vultan giving the order to his fellow Hawkmen to dive onto the capital and onto Ming's ships to help save the day as Flash Gordon leads them to victory, hopefully, at this point. Spoiler alert, it's a 1981 movie, or 1980 movie rather, about a sci-fi hero. Yeah, he's going to win. You know he's going to win. Eventually. Now, credits do say Freddie alone with Roger on percussion, so the bass that's playing must be Freddie on synth. It does sound like there's a guitar bit at one point or other. I don't know if it's just kind of like a power chord, or maybe it's from a previous looped chord, because a lot of it is still sort of based off that original Flash Gordon theme. This one's a little bit different, of course. Freddie really taking over on the synths, a big rollicking wave throughout the entire. Roger just going off, just continually drumming powerfully, rhythmically, just like it sounds like a machine gun itself at times. And in fact, it just fits a battle very, very well. Does not stop for a second, does not give you a chance to breathe. It just keeps going for the full about a minute and a half until the end, where also we shift back into that pulsing thing as we go on. We're getting ready to go on to the next track, as it were. Again, these are really quickly hit and miss kind of tracks, or hit and run rather tracks, I should say. Yeah, so that's it for the album version. Not much else to say. It's a minute and a half. What else am I going to say about it, right? Let's move on now to the live version. I do have a live version from Tokyo in 1981. Go click on that link, come back, and we'll talk about that. And there you have it, live from the Nippon Budokan in Tokyo, Japan, February 17th, 1981. Where does it fit in the set list? Well, they usually have Keep Yourself Alive. They did some drum and guitar solos during that part. They go out of the drum and guitar solos into Vultan's theme. They did actually a Flash Gordon medley. It's Vultan's theme, battle theme, Flash, the single, and the hero. And Vultan's theme is the one that opens it up as it goes into the battle theme, and it's basically pretty much the same as it is on the record, to be honest with you. Get to hear a little bit more, it's a little higher tempo potentially. Get to hear Brian playing a little bit along more with it, Rogers drumming away, a little hard away, and the keyboard goes, Freddie goes on the keyboards a little bit. It's an interesting version for sure. I think it's a nice little medley that they do. This is a quick version of it. It's very rare they played this song, to be honest with you. This is not something they played quite a bit. A lot of times they would just do Flash and the hero together as the representatives of the Flash Gordon soundtrack. So the few times they did put Vultan's theme and the battle theme into the mix, made for an interesting, rare occasion. So it's nice. However, I think if you're going to have this track be played, you'd want to hear the Brian Blessed voice, because that's part of the charm of the track. You can't have the attack of the Hawkmen without Brian Blessed. So that's pretty, I'm going to put it out right here. I'm going to tell you right now, my crown jewel is the album version. It's a better sounding recording. Of course, the live version is a fan recording. It's not an official released recording. We don't have an officially released recording of that track. And so I'm going to stick with the Brian Blessed saying dive right at the beginning, as I've said many times now, because that's my bag at this point. So that's where we're going to go with that. On a scale of 1 to 11, because we always turn things up to 11 here on PLD Projects. What do I give Vultan's theme, Attack of the Hawkmen? I mean, it's pretty much the same as the other ones as far as it's a quick hit and run. It's a just a quick 1.5 2 minute song that doesn't have a lot to it. It's a lot of accompanying battle sequences. Although I will say this one gets a little bit more than a 5.5 because of Brian Blessed. I'll bump it up to a 6. It's not going to be a song I'm going to listen to on the regular or outside of the soundtrack generally, although maybe occasionally. At least it is kind of a moving track. It kind of gets you going. It's not a bad driving track. It's not a bad workout track. Just too short for it, really, honestly. Although, you know what? A short workout sounds better than a workout. So, hey, maybe that's the way to go. All right, that's going to do it for us this week, folks. Another quick episode. We will be getting into some bigger albums in the somewhat near-ish future. We got this album, then we have the Roger Taylor solo effort Fun in Space. Before I get into the much maligned Hot Space album, but the Hot Space album does have a lot of different versions to listen to. So we'll get back into some longer episodes there. Hopefully you'll enjoy those, and hopefully you're enjoying these. Next week, I will be back with the aforementioned battle theme. It is another full band effort, and it is a full battle soundtrack, as it were. It's one of my favorite tracks on the album, so we'll listen to that one for sure. And yeah, that'll do it for us this week. If you want to help us out further, like, subscribe, leave a review, leave a rating. Tell me what you want to hear from this channel outside of Crown Jewels. I'm considering doing some other podcasts on it, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see. And I do have a Patreon, patreon.com/PLD Projects, where I do mostly stuff from here. And for my sister channel, my movie and TV show, that's plain old PLD Projects. I'm also starting a YouTube membership here on this channel specifically, where you'll definitely get the Crown Jewel versions, the Crown Jewel episodes early, because I record them usually a week, sometimes 2 weeks in advance. As soon as they're done recording, I'll put them up for you guys, for the members. And if I get any of the $10 and more subscribers, then maybe I'll do some extra videos, some other Queen remixes that I haven't put out forth on this channel yet. There's some more of my archive, maybe some of my original music. I don't know. It's up to you, really. But if you can't help out that way, I get it. Times are tough. Just help me the other way. Subscribe, share, start a community here. I really love talking to you guys. So, all right, that'll do it. See you next week for Battle Theme. Take care, everybody.